Cung Lê is as popular as Bruce Lee ever was, and I'm saying something. This is amazing, and the reception this guy receives here tonight.
It is electric. From each fight that goes, this crowd gets more into it because it's one of their own out there battling.
And Tony the Freak Strickland looking to get freaky in an MA set. The two touch gloves, and just listen to this crowd, would you?
The great thing about Cung Lê also is he will not just try and win it, but he'll try and win it in spectacular fashion. He puts on a show.
He puts the O in ostentatious, my friend. And look at these kicks. I mean, they are just like a work of art. And there is an axe kick, and Strickland looking to capitalize.
Axe kick is not smart in this sport, though, especially when you go against a takedown artist. And Tony Strickland's wrestling is pretty decent.
Look at these body kicks, head kicks.
Let's not forget Cung Lê did some wrestling in high school there, so absolutely.
But I tell you what, guys, Tony Strickland does not want to stand here like this and get into a Sanchow matcher. He wants to take down Cung Lê and try and force some ground and pound. We have not seen anybody ground and pound Cung Lê ever.
There's a nice right hand by Cung Lê, a kick back by Strickland. Strickland staying in the pocket, trying to... You know, I mean, that's got to play a big role when he hears the reception that the crowd gives his opponent. I don't care who you are. You can say you try to mentally block it out. But that's one area where Strickland admittedly has told us he's had problems, is with the mental game lately.
No question. And when you got a guy in front of you, such a dynamic fighter like Cung Lê, and guys, I got to tell you, I have never seen anybody throw techniques like this in the ring.
Well, I don't understand why Tony Strickland's standing there unless it's just an ego thing. Let me show the world I can take it. Take Cung Lê down, at least attempt it.
Well, I was going to say, with apologies to the NCAA, we're looking at a guy with educated feet. That left foot from Yale, the right foot from Harvard, and Tony Strickland is getting an education here tonight.
Tony Strickland should fake up high and drop down and try and see what Cung Lê can do on the ground. Don't stand there with a man who obviously is just much more dominant with you.
Listen to this crowd, guys.
Oh, geez. Ate the right hand, went for the spinning back fist.
The one thing I think interesting about Cung Lé's style here is it still is kickboxing Sanchow. He stands up upright a little bit too much against a more experienced striker. He can get caught.
Nice counter there by Strickland as Lê went for the spinning back kick. Strickland looking for the takedown. His striking is absolutely precise. And you know, even though he's preparing for the main event grudge match in that Strikeforce World Middleweight title, Strickland now begins to unload a lead. Do you think Frank Shamrock's got an eye on this fight after what's been said in the media about what he had to say about Cung Lê saying fighting Phil Baroni is like fighting Cung Lê on his day off?
I don't think Shamrock is worrying about this fight. I think Shamrock's going to have his hands full with Baroni as Strickland gets rocked. I'll tell you what, Cung Lê is picking him apart at will, landing shots.
Give it up for Strickland to pop back to his feet.
And give it up for Herb Dean not stopping it prematurely.
Well done, Jay, you're right.
That shows a little bit of militance in him. He does not ever give up. 10-year veteran in MMA, he's still on his feet.
But guys, I still don't understand. Now he knows Cung Lé's power. Why are you standing there with that man? You take him to the ground.
I've called fights in Saitama Super Arena with 35,000 fans. I have never seen an atmosphere as electric for this fight here tonight in San Jose. Cung Lê and Tony Strickland with a minute and a half left in round number one. And a head kick.
This is one dynamic fighter, guys. Hit him with the heel. Spinning heel kick.
Have you guys ever seen someone like Cung Lê in MMA? This guy's amazing.
No, not at all. Not even close.
Standing there with his hands down.
All the props, though.
But he's standing there with his hands down, guys. I got to tell you, it's just not a smart game plan on his end.
But a lesser man, I think, would have already been stopped, Jay.
Absolutely. I'll give him props for his chin, but a lot of times, because there's so much ego involved in the sport, they say, you know what? Screw you. I'm going to stand here with your style.
Finds the target again with that spinning heel kick, and really, there's a...
That hurt him. That hurt him, gentlemen. Took the wind right out of him, and there it goes again.
Now it's just target practice.
This is unbelievable. Tony Strickland getting attacked at will with every type of kick known to mankind.
I don't know what's gotten into to his head, but this is not the way to attack Cung Lê.
Look how relaxed Cung Lê is also. I'm very impressed with. This is a new sport for him, pretty much. I'm very impressed with how relaxed he's staying there.
He is undefeated in his embryonic mixed martial arts career at 3-0. Tony Strickland, though, staying in the pocket, needs to try to figure something out. It looks like he may indeed survive the opening 5 minutes, but he's definitely going to have to reassess his game plan. Less than 5 seconds, and Strickland now trying to push ahead, misses with the spinning back fist as the round comes to a close.
Guys, I can't wait for the replay of this because we're going to see a whole lot of feet, fists, flying, everything. There's that foot to the body, foot to the head. Usually one combination is right hand, left hand. For Cung Lê, it's foot against foot. Then you see him duck one of Tony Strickland's left crosses, follows up with two nice short hooks.
Beautiful.
And then look what he follows up. He goes in for blood, follows up with that foot, and that is just a spinning crescent kick that you see. You talked about Bruce Lee. That's one of those old Bruce Lee movie kicks.
And it's target practice for Cung Lê right now.
Hey, you know what? I really hope that Tony Strickland's corner is going in there and saying, all right, enough standing up there with one of the best strikers we've seen. Take this to the ground. If you get beat on the ground, so be it. Don't lose to what this guy's bread and butter is.
See Jeff Sherwood of SureDog.com already there too, always covering the MMA events. And Cung Lê and Tony Strickland, you guys, is this what they mean by the agony of defeat, Jay?
The hands and defeat.
You're just bringing out your entire book, aren't you, Morrow?
Yeah, I wrote the book. Or what did Phil Baroni say? That Frank Shamrock's reading the book he wrote? I got a few books of my own.
I don't think you read Phil Baroni's book.
Listen again at these kicks. I mean the effects, the impact of them.
Well, the snap that he gets on those kicks, the amount of hip that he puts in, the torque that he gets.
You're right. There you go with what Jay Glazer alluded to. Strickland is stuffed at every opportunity.
Yeah, but he shot up high.
To shoot.
Go down low. He shot up high there. And it was only one. Keep trying it. You can't stop on one.
Cung Lé's got one gear, you guys, straight ahead. I mean, there it is again, spinning back kick.
Gentlemen, this is amazing. I've just got to say, as a fan of the sport, watching Cung Lê in there is like art.
I'd heard about Cung Lê. I'd seen him in his Sancho. I'd seen him in K1. But he is becoming a master in mixed martial arts, and it's all because of what got him to the dance, you guys.
But let me make the statement, gentlemen. Anything can happen at any time in MMA. So do not count out Strickland.
Definitely, and we yet to see him on the ground. We don't know what Cung Lé's ground game is like.
That's exactly why Strickland should try and take him. Then Strickland sat with us 2 days ago and said, my ground and pound is awesome. Okay, well, take him down and let's see how awesome it is.
But he also said every technique that Cung Lê has, I have also. So maybe he wanted to stand and show that he had what Cung Lê had.
And look at that kick, grab the rib cage again of Tony Strickland.
At least you know what you do here, guys. If you don't want to take him down, get him against the cage. Don't let him sit there and have all the space in the world to throw these acrobatic kicks at you.
Well, what you want to do is take him to some unfamiliar territory for Cung Lê. And as far as we've seen, he ain't been able to do it.
Oh, nice. Lots of snap to that outside cut kick. Again, going upstairs with a head. Comes back with the left right down the pipe.
I think Cung Lé's just having an awful lot of fun here, guys.
And look at head movement, even avoiding the right hand of Strickland. And how can you not have fun when you've got thousands upon thousands, a huge crowd on hand here at the Shark Tank firmly behind you?
It's interesting, too, though, guys. Usually a southpaw, he usually circles the other way, outside a guy's lead left hand. Instead, Cung Lé's going the other way. Everything is a little unorthodox with him.
Oh, man, that body shock again. The shot shocking his body. And now Strickland tries to move ahead and try to test the chin of Cung Lê, and Cung Lê does a good job of avoiding it.
Strickland talking to him there as well. Nice combination. You have an uppercut followed by a midsection kick.
You've got to admire the way he combines his strikes with the punches and the kicks.
And you know what? He told us that also. He said, I don't have your basic 1, 2, and 3. You're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coming from all different directions.
I don't think he has a basic anything. And again, Strickland going to the well and again missing with that spinning back fist, Bill.
Now it seems as if he's trying to cut him off and set him up for that spinning back fist. It's the third time he's thrown it. He hasn't landed it yet, but you never know.
Strickland actually seems like his confidence is growing a little bit, saying this guy's throwing the kitchen sink at me. I'm still here. I'm moving forward.
He's a warrior, and again, he's one of the early pioneers of mixed martial arts. This guy was a household name back in the day in MMA. We talked about him starting out with the vaunted Militich Academy, the fighting systems in Bendorf under Pat Militich, training with guys like Robbie Lawler, Jens Palver, Tim Sylvia. I mean, this guy's with some of the best.
Strickland has got to be able to close the distance and give himself an opportunity to win this fight.
What Strickland was doing there, guys, he was dancing around, dancing back, because he was clearly hurt to the midsection trying to catch his wind.
He is an extremely tough kid, gentlemen.
And Lee catches Strickland on the chin with a back fist. Yeah, very tough, double tough.
Oh, he ate a knee right there, gentlemen.
Final minute of this second round. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely love to see a round 3. This has been some spectacular stuff by Cung Lê. And here comes Tony Strickland with a flurry of his own. Lee now again attacking the back of the leg with that kick.
He's attacking the legs, the body, the head,
He is
everything.
He is dissecting Strickland. He is absolutely dissecting the freak.
Looks of this fight, man, you're going to need a tow truck to get Strickland out of here after it.
But man, again, I got to give it up for Tony Strickland. The word surrender not in his vocabulary. He is willing to make it a fight tonight for these fans in San Jose. 10 seconds remaining in the round.
I also got to give it up to Cung Lê for not getting overexcited after any of these shots. Very composed fighter.
And there's a spinning back fist by Lee. What haven't we seen in his arsenal? Does he have something called the kitchen sink, and are we going to see it? All right, from this middleweight, we go to the New York Badass. He's already prepping. He is preening. He is getting ready to battle Frank Shamrock in the main event for the Strikeforce Middleweight Championship. You may not like him, but you might have to learn to love him. He is the New York Badass, Phil Baroni.
And thank God, gentlemen, but round 3 is coming up.
Never met a mirror he didn't like. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the toughest of them all? Will it be Baroni tonight, Jay?
I tell you what, Phil Baroni is going to come down. You think this is exciting? Folks, wait to see our main event.
I think that was exciting. I think she's higher than a 3.
Let's take a look at the replay here and watch Cung Lê. He will kick you anywhere. You go down low and then comes right back up high after that.
Shot.
The roof has already been raised here at the Shark Tank, but I think we are about to hear the thunder in Northern California. We are all set for the third and final round. Cung Lê. On the left of your screen, Tony Strickland in the bleached blonde hair in this corner, and the third and final round underway, Bill.
And as you saw when they came out and touched gloves, Strickland's smiling, man. Looks like he's enjoying this, but if I were him, I wouldn't be too happy right now.
Those kicks up high, by the way, guys, they're like jabs. They're not really going to knock you out. Now, those ones that come like that, those will do damage.
Yeah, I beg to differ, Glazer, man. I love you, but any one of those kicks are going to knock you. There you go.
Puts him down on the canvas permanently. Listen to the reaction of this crowd. Did anybody say Cung Lê for mayor of San Jose?
Think he would win hands down. Tony Strickland bending over, holding his midsection at one point. Clearly, he has taken a beating there to the midsection. A very, very tough game opponent, but there's going to be an awful lot of ice bags tonight.
Yeah, hats off to Tony Strickland, proving his toughness, but simply being beat tonight by Cung Lê, who improved to 4-0 and definitely put on a show for the hometown crowd at 25 seconds of the final round. He records a very impressive win.
Billy and I could agree to disagree. Those straight jab kicks, that's what they are. They're pretty much jabs. What does the damage is when Cung Lê gets the torque, brings his hips around, and he swings with those kicks that are like getting hit with a bat.
Jay, now that he can't hear us because he's up in the cage, I agree with you.
Yeah, you do. But I guarantee when he comes back down, he'll say, Billy, I'm all on your side, buddy.
There he is, the winner. The look of maybe a future champion. I mean, unbelievable. Let's revisit the action, Jay. It was very impressive stuff.
Look at Cung Lê. I tell you what, that body shot hurt. Again, he gets that torque, follows, goes from body to head, and then the fists get involved. At that point, Tony Strickland had just taken too much of a beating. See, he's already bending down.
Yeah,
when you see that, because that shot to the body took the wind out of him, he just took too many shots to the body. And eventually, you go after the body, the head will crumble and follow.
Him doubling over like that was like a red flag to the Raging Bull, Cung Lê. And we take a look here at the final seconds here. Cung Lê putting it to Tony Strickland. The punch, the right hook heard round San Jose. Down goes Strickland, and the gymnastic celebration begins. All right, Jimmy Lennon Jr. will now make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 25 seconds in round number 3. A referee in charge, Herb Dean, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of